Look at the goaltenders might go at it. Here we go. Brent Johnson with DPN. I want to see it. Here we go. Hit him with a lefty puck. No, you hit him. He's not going to hit him again. But he's going to hold him down and not let him up.
Well, he hammered him good.
When you think of pioneering goalies in the NHL, you think of names like Georges Vezina, Tiny Thompson, Turk Broda, Terry Sawchuk, and Jacques Plante. But you hardly ever hear the name Alec Connell. And it's okay if you don't recognize the name. I didn't either while I was looking up all-time leaders in NHL shutouts. And he is sitting at 6th in all-time leading shutouts in the NHL with 81, tied with Tiny Thompson and Dominic Hasek. But what's very interesting about the fact that he is 6th on the list with 81 shutouts is that it only took him 417 NHL games to do so. For Thompson, it took 553, and for Hasek, it took 735 games. George Hainsworth racked up 5 more shutouts than Connell, with 86, but it took him 48 more games to do so. Jacques Plante and Glenn Hall have 82 and 84 shutouts, but played 837 and 906 games respectively. No one will ever doubt the greatness of Terry Sawchuk, who was the first player in NHL history to break 100 shutouts. He finished his career with 103 in 971 games, until that record was broken by the legendary Martin Brodeur, who has 125 shutouts, but also played 1,266 games to do so. And the fact that careers for goalies at the turn of the century were much shorter due to injuries, for the simple fact that they wore little to no padding and no helmets or face masks. And Connell played for 12 seasons in the NHL, from 1924 to 1937, mainly playing for the Ottawa Senators, whom he helped win their last Stanley Cup in 1927, and played with until the end of the 1933 season when the team finally went bankrupt and lost their franchise. During the 31-32 season, he went on loan to the Detroit Falcons, as the Senators had to take a hiatus from the league that season due to financial troubles. During the last 32-33 season in Ottawa, Connell was limited to only 15 games due to injury, and during the 33-34 season when Ottawa ceased operations, he was loaned to the New York Americans for 1 game. After recovering from his injuries, he would sign a deal with the Montreal Maroons to play in the 34-35 season, in which he would help the Maroons win a Stanley Cup, the second of his career. Connell was forced to sit out the 35-36 season as he was unable to secure leave from his duties as the secretary of the Ottawa Fire Department, but would return for the 36-37 season, and would retire after that as the second most all-time career shutout leader in NHL history, a record that would stand for 26 years until Terry Sawchuk broke the record in 1962. But another thing about Alec Connell that makes him a special goaltender is that he is still the NHL's all-time leader in lowest goals against average, with a career goals against average of 1.92, a record that he has held for 88 years. He would retire at the top of his game, having played 12 seasons in the NHL, and having recorded the second most shutouts in NHL history at that point, and the highest goals against average ever, as well as winning 2 Stanley Cups. He would be posthumously inducted into the Hockey Hall of Fame in 1959, a year after his death at the age of 58.
It's all time hockey, the way you're supposed to play. You throw it